Cocobolo is arguably the most beautiful of all of the rosewoods, mostly because it has so many crazy colors within it. We have right now 4 different grades of Cocobolo, and within those 4 grades, there are additional grades of those 4 grades. So there's quite a range of pricing on the Cocobolo. I want to show you kind of an idea of what those 4 grades might look like. This would be an A grade. You see quite a bit of straight grain in it, a little bit of movement and figure in the grain, and a flute from this in its simplest format, not counting inlays and crazy totems, artwork and things like that, is gonna run $1,400 to $1,500 for the starting price point. The next grade of Cocobolo, and this one has sat for, this was sanded quite a while ago, and so the colors really come out. This would be our AA Cocobolo. And this Cocobolo, a flute in a mid-range price of this Cocobolo, is gonna run from $1,700 to $2,000, depending on the grade of the Cocobolo. And the difference that you see is you see more movement in the grain. There's a greater variance in the thicknesses of the lines. The things that grab our eye and pull us into the wood are just higher on that grade. Our next grade of Cocobolo, which I call our AAA Cocobolo, has, again, the same sort of thing in terms of a variance in thickness of lines, really good, strong black lines, strong orange lines and purples and whatnot. But it also has areas that I call landscape because of what it looks like when you turn around. If you follow this line right here, you see all this grain line here is running kind of parallel to that line. But then on this side of the line, the grain comes up and boom, boom, it runs right into this other line.
Yeah.
And where that happens, when it gets turned around, it looks incredible. Sometimes it makes scenes that look like you're looking off into the desert, you know, riding off into the desert, into the sunset.
Yeah, with mountains that cross each other.
Totally.
Yeah.
And if you look on this side, you see even more of that going on. So this will be our AAA grade Cocobolo, and a flute from this wood is going to run anywhere from $2,100 to $2,500. Again, in the simplest format. Inlays, artwork would be, of course, added to that. And this is what I'm super excited to show you. And the reason is, these other grades, like that AAA Cocobolo, I found wood like that 3 times in the last 24 years. And I look for Cocobolo and I buy Cocobolo all the time. And that's all I found it. If you're lucky, maybe once every 20 years, you'll find something like this. This is what we call our wild Cocobolo. This is our 4A grade Cocobolo. We call it wild Cocobolo. And the thing about this that you're gonna see is you have amazing variance in colors. You got these creams, you got these super dark bands. And here you see these lines going like this. This is all curl. It's the grain literally bending, and that's gonna look 3-dimensional. You got little clusters of burl, and you got all sorts of crazy things happening all over on this wood. And the thing is, when this gets turned around, it is going to look so amazing. And I know that for a fact because I have one that's turned around, and I'm not gonna show it to you right now. You're gonna have to wait for that video. And it is gorgeous. Look at this stuff. Look at that. I see a bear right there. All this is gonna just create such amazing looking patterns. It will be, you end up finding things like eagles and bears and, one guy, this friend found a prosthetic leg on his, and he had a prosthetic leg. And it looked just like his, and he was so excited.
So what is the range on this one?
A range on that flute, you're looking at 3,200 to 3,700.
Very cool.